Hello and welcome. I'm coming to you barefaced today because today I'm going to show you my no makeup routine that I just do to get out the house. Like, just want to not look so patchy, just even up my skin tone, help out these brows here, and get out the door. Along with my routine, I'm going to kind of show you some alternatives that I use. So sometimes I switch products in and out, and these are just my favorites that work for me. This is going to be a really short video because this is a really short routine. It's just to save time and get out the door. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I always do is my brows. Those improve my face by like 90%. So what I use when I'm in a hurry, because my brows do take me the longest, is I use the ABH eyebrow pencils. They look like this. And there's 5 of them in there. And I always just use the full arch one. It looks like this. Now my eyebrows are definitely not that big, but they do have the shape that kind of best fits my face. So what I do is, let me get my mirror fixed here. So first I'll just brush them up. And then they have little guidelines here, here, and here to help you make sure you get this in the right spot with my brow like that, and then fill it in, and it saves me like 20 minutes right there. So let's go ahead and do that. So a lot of the time I use my MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint. This is the one that's like a little pen. Looks like that, and that works great for this. But today I'm going to use my other favorite. This is the only 2 brow products I use. Pencils just don't work for me. They dull so quickly, and I want to be able to get hair-like strokes. And powders, they don't work for me at all. So this is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Gel. It looks like this. Now you may be thinking, how in the hell do you do your brows with a wand like that? Well, I definitely don't. I use my IT Cosmetics and Ulta Liner Brow Brush. Looks like that. And it's really, really like a thin liner brush. So I put a little bit of product on it, and then I just pinch it together to get it really flat, and then I brush the product off the brush and then apply it. So that's what I'm going to do. This is hard though. The reason I usually use my pen with the stencil is because I can't hold this to get the product and then hold the stencil on and draw at the same time. So this may be a struggle. Let's find out. So I mainly do the bottom line, and then I'll take that off and kind of fill it in myself. My biggest tip with this is pick a stencil that fits your natural eyebrow shape the best. Otherwise they might look kind of crazy by the time you're done, and don't feel like you have to fill up the whole stencil if your natural eyebrows don't. Especially if you're going with no makeup, because then you'll just look really intense. Lots of expressions. And then I'll go in with this afterwards and use it as my brow gel and just brush the hairs up. And then we'll go ahead and do the other eye. Can we do this? Can we do this? I think Charlie's outside. She's probably getting into something. You should probably go check on her.
Is it like a cat or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is it like a cute cat?
I didn't see it, but...
It's like an orange cute cat. So maybe like that.
Okay, the other reason that I recommend that you do your brows first, because if you have like any foundation or any product on and then you hold this stencil on, it's going to pull that product off your face. So do your brows first if you're going to use a stencil. Now, they're not matchy-matchy, they're not super symmetrical or anything like that, but they're a lot better than what they were. And my natural brows are so crooked, so huge improvement. Then next I go in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer and just apply this everywhere. This is going to be my foundation, my concealer, but I shear it out because I don't want it to look like I have a lot of product on my face. Another recommendation is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is also a very like lightweight, like natural looking concealer, so I would recommend that one as well. It's just too dark for me right now. It's my summer concealer shade. I could probably use it for contouring right now, but so we're just gonna go ahead and do that, brush it out with my brush, and then even it out with the sponge. Okay, so just a sheer light layer. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And I'm just going to use a powder brush and lightly set under my eyes. I don't have a lot of product, so I don't need to go in heavy because then it'll look like dried out and creasy and cakey. So just a light dusting. If you have like really dry skin, you could maybe even get away with not powdering at all. And then I'm just going to dab on just a tad bit of powder where I'm going to blend some powder products, but not a lot. I'm not even fully setting it. Okay, so then I just go in with my Shade and Light contour palette. This is the shade that's working best for my skin tone right now as I'm getting more pale. But a couple other recommendations. In the summertime, I use this ABH bronzer in the shade Tawny, but it's too dark for me right now. And then when I'm kind of in between, I'm almost too light for this now, but the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in Queensland is pretty good. But I just don't want to go that heavy on bronzer because this is a no makeup look. But another good option is this e.l.f. bronzing palette in the shade Golden. You can kind of choose the ones you want or mix and match or mix all of them, and it gives a nice light sheen of a bronzer. Today I'm going to go in with the Shade and Light, and I'm going to take my contouring brush, which this is a e.l.f. small tapered brush, and I'm just going to follow, get the hair out of my face, the hollows of my cheek, and then lightly blend up. So if this is not a step you would normally do, then just skip it. You can just go in with blush or nothing, just leave it. This is just what I do to give some shape back to my face, especially after I cover it in concealer. I feel like I lose a lot of shape. I look very round. So just a little bit of contour. I don't even want it to be noticeable, so it's a very... Then I'll go in with a little bit of blush. I either use the Maybelline Fit Me, which I've just recently been using actually, or the Flower Beauty Flower Beauty blush, and this is in Primrose Peach, Peach Primrose. And I'm just going to take this on my little Real Techniques Duo Fiber synthetic brush, and this is just so I don't go crazy on blush because I tend to. And this definitely helps give you back some life, or maybe like some youthfulness if that's what you're looking for. So as where I'm keeping this is I'm kind of following the contour line down to the corner of my mouth, but I'm not putting it directly here. You can, wherever you like blush, but just kind of smile and then blend it into the blush, or bronzer. And if I do that, I usually add a little bit of blush to spots where I might normally get red, just to help make it a little more natural looking. And if you do go too heavy, just go back in with your powder, just a little bit, brush it off, and lightly veil that over the top. Then I will go in with highlight. I have been liking this Clee Essence Moonlighter Cushion, as I've said a bunch before. My sister-in-law gave that to me, and I love it. She gives me like my new favorites all the time. You can go in with whatever highlight suits you, but this is a really good affordable option. This is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. And it's very natural. It doesn't have a big like cast to it, so the cast is like the base shade that lays down that you can see. It's just a nice sheen. So sometimes I'll spray my face first and then go in with highlighter, but I'm just going to Walmart today, so it's not a big deal. So I'll just add a little bit to the high points of my face, and I like to go kind of up to my eyebrow because, I don't know, that's where my cheekbone is, I guess, by my eyebrow. And if you can see, it's not in your face, it's just kind of natural. And then I kind of lightly blend that into my bronzer so it doesn't just stop. A little bit on my nose. And then sometimes I'll go in with one shade of a light eyeshadow. Let's go in with the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette. And I'm just going to take a big blending brush. I'm just going to use this BH Cosmetics one. And I'm only going to take the shade Hush Hush and put that all over the lid and the crease. Just one shade. Totally, you can skip this shade this step as well. Use the same brush just to lightly sweep it. And see, it's not a lot of difference. It's not a lot of product. It is something that you maybe might not even notice if you didn't. So even if you don't normally do like any eyeshadow or highlighter or anything, I think adding a little bit of a light shade like a highlighter or a light white shade to the inner corners really like opens up the eyes and just, I don't know, it adds a lot to your look minimalistically. So I really like focus this on the inner corner, and then I just, if I put a lot of product down, I'll lightly swipe a little bit up, swipe a little down, a little bit up here, and then I just curl the lashes and apply some mascara. I normally use my Buxom one, but today I'm going to go ahead and try the Lash Paradise, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I'm scared because I feel like this makes it really clumpy and I want natural. I'm going to go in with a very light hand. And that's it, actually. Normally I go in with my Laneige lip gloss just for a gloss, but that's upstairs in my purse. So I'm just using the same lip gloss from the video, from yesterday's video, the Buxom Plumping Lip Polish in the shade Dolly. If you use setting spray, or if you want a setting spray, if you want to look more like glowy, I really like the, oh my gosh. Oh, it's all worn off, I couldn't read it. This is the Pixie Glow Mist anyways. It's literally almost gone. Cover your hair, because this will make your hair look greasy. And then also shake it up, because there's like an oil in there. And that's it. That's all I do for my, all I do. There's probably maybe a few more steps than some people might not do. But when I'm just going for a natural no makeup look, sometimes I'll skip out some steps, sometimes I'll add some more depending on how much time I have. But that is the gist of what I do to just quickly get out the door, get on with my life, and make it look like I didn't just wake up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Hope you have a beautiful day and be the reason someone smiles today.